out more. And if you're looking for something fun to do this upcoming weekend, Pascagoula, Mississippi is gearing up for the 2022 Turtle Up Mississippi event. And joining us to tell us a little bit more is Miss Barbara. Hey, Miss Barbara.
Hey, Rebecca, how you doing?
I am glad to have you back. I'm glad to hear this event is still going. And from what you told me, it's going to be bigger and better this year.
We have so many organizations coming. I am overwhelmed. It's so exciting. We don't even have time for me to name them all, but the Marine Education Center, Central Mississippi Turtle Rescue will have turtles there. Also, the Nature Conservancy will have gopher tortoises there. So we have several turtle ambassadors coming. So it's going to be fun. It's just a lot going on. So, come on. It's Saturday, June the 11th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in Pascagoula at the Beach Park.
And it's all free, and it gets kids out or families out into the outdoors and gives them activities. But it sounds like this all goes back to really educating about turtles and their impact in the wild in Mississippi and some of the great work that's going on around that. So how did this event start? Why did you choose to focus on turtles of all the things and the creatures that could have gotten the attention?
Well, we started it last year, was our very first one, and I was hired 2 years ago by Jackson County and the Department of Marine Resources to work with nature-based tourism. And, of course, we have such great nature offerings here in Jackson County and all along the Mississippi Gulf Coast. But it's just really important that we take care of our wildlife and take care of their habitats. And then, in turn, of course, that will increase our nature-based tourism. So we've got so many jewels here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. So we have to work to take care of what we have. We chose turtles. Everybody loves turtles, but really we're just working on teaching respect for wildlife and what does that mean, and also respect for habitats and taking care of our ecosystems.
Which that means simple things to do when you're out on the Mississippi Gulf Coast or on any of the trails around Mississippi. Pick up your litter or don't litter. How about that? And just make sure you left it as nice as you found it would be like the simplest tip, right, Miss Barbara?
Oh, that's a great way to put it. Absolutely. And fishing, when you're fishing, just take that last glance when you're leaving. Are you taking everything? Where's your fishing line? Did you pick everything up? Because that is a death trap. Plastic bags and fishing line and hooks are just repetitive problems. So, yes, we can just take care when I love the leave no trace saying you pack it in, you pack it out. What you took in, take with you. Good way to say it. Good way to say it.
If they're looking over at supertalktv.com, Miss Barbara, I have the precious photo of Scooter. I was going through the Pascagoula's or the Jackson County's Facebook page earlier looking at the event, and I came across that you have turtle ambassadors, and I thought, oh, well, this tugs at my heart. And so you have the precious turtle Scooter there that's going to be one of the ambassadors. What type of turtle ambassadors will folks get to meet if they come to Turtle Up, Mississippi?
Well, Scooter, yes, will be there. He's an eastern box turtle, and he's misshapen because for the first few years of his life, he was kept in a container that was too small for him, and his diet was not nutritious, and he didn't get enough sunlight. But he is worth coming to meet. This little turtle is a survivor, and he is living his best life. He loves children. Last year, he was at the event. He would scramble to get over to see a child. He loves his job. So, but also gopher tortoises, the Nature Conservancy, as I mentioned earlier, they have a phenomenal gopher tortoise program, and they will be there with gopher tortoises, an amazing turtle, and they're doing wonderful things and bringing this species back. So, yes. And also Central Mississippi Turtle Rescue, they're going to have 2 or 3 other types of turtles too. So we'll have quite a few turtles to take a look at.
It's going to be a Turtley Day coming up this weekend there in Pascagoula. If you're just tuning in to Good Things, it's a free event. There's going to be kayaking. There's going to be things for the kids to do and the family to do, get outdoors. And there's also an art competition. I think one year, or it was last year, you may have had a sand art competition. What does it look like this year, Miss Barbara?
Well, we've expanded it. If you want to do a sand sculpture, absolutely. But we'll also have clay if you want to sculpt in clay. If you want to sketch and draw or paint, we have materials for you to use. You can bring your own. We just ask that you create your art piece there at Sand. And the event's from 10 to 1, but you can start registration for the art event at 9:30 at the South Pavilion in the park. And yes, free kayaking, and we have experts. If you've never kayaked before, this is a great way to try it. You'll have experts that can help you and give you tips and watch you, and just be sure that if you need help, people are there to help you. So that's on the beach, kayaking on the beach pier. That's where we're doing the fishing instruction. And we've got fishing equipment, we've got bait, and we've got instructors. We're teaching responsible fishing techniques.
I think the kayaking part is really cool because I think so much of us look out into our reservoirs or our rivers and byways or, there on the Gulf Coast and see these folks having a wonderful time going at a slower pace in their little kayaks. And it looks like, man, that's so relaxing. You had a good workout, but there's a little bit of that intimidation factor, Barbara, of like slipping into something tiny like that and going out into the water. And so I feel like this opens that opportunity for someone to get there. Well, you don't want your feet wet, I don't think, in the kayak. That would defeat the purpose, but you know what I mean.
Yes, and it's amazing how many people go, oh, my gosh, I didn't know it was this easy. Some people just take to it right away. We've had several people say after an event like this, I've got to go buy a kayak. I didn't know I needed a kayak. So it's a great sport, wonderful sport, and you're living in the right area. There's all kinds of kayaking here, all types of water, all types of kayaking.
That's on my bucket list. I'd love to pick up kayaking. I think it would be fun and relaxing and a great way to, see waterways from a different perspective. I did want to ask, the fishing for children 15 and under, would they need to bring their own fishing pole, or do you guys provide that?
No, we have. I think we've got 30 poles. So we do have equipment, and we do have the bait. So that's all taken care of. Again, if you want to come and just get instruction and bring your own equipment, you're welcome to do that as well.
So this is from 10 to 1 this Saturday. Can we go anywhere? Do we need a ticket? Do we just show up, Miss Barbara? How do we keep up with everything going on?
Yeah, you just show up. We have many booths there. For example, we're going to have what's called the Turtle Hurdle. Noah is going to bring the Turtle Hurdle. It is like an obstacle course. It's what a turtle goes through when they get caught in the nets of shrimping boats. And they have to work their way through the netting system and out the TED, the turtle excluder device. So children can pretend to be a turtle and see what they have to go through to get out of that net. But we've got so many things. We've got a bat specialist there. Walter Anderson Museum of Art is working with Plastic Free Gulf Coast. I think they're doing bags, canvas bags. There are a lot of different giveaways. We've got a pirate that needs help finding his treasure. So, and temporary turtle tattoos, Rebecca. You got to come get your turtle tattoo.
I love that. If I wasn't already planning my trip to Pascagoula, Barbara, you sealed the deal with the turtle tattoos. I think that, but it feels like,
I love it.
Last year it was your, your first event, and it feels like folks just really responded, and that's why you keep having them. And I think what a fun way to enjoy our habitat, learn something new, and put a spotlight on a species that doesn't always get enough love, even though we all love it, the turtle.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, come get your turtle on. Turtle up, Mississippi.
I love that. Well, I appreciate it. I hope everyone who can gets out and joins you, Barbara, and I'll be stalking the Facebook page for all the good turtle tattoo photos.
Thanks, Rebecca. Thank you so much. We always appreciate your support.
I think it's a good cause. Thank you, Barbara.
All righty. Bye-bye now.
And Rhino, I am one of those obsessive compulsive people who will cut the 6-pack plastic thingy majiggy madoodle. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We don't use them very often because I don't purchase a whole lot of sodas or anything that way, simply because I'm cheap. But when I do, or if I see one at someone's house, I will go get the scissors, because you have that moment of like, what if a turtle finds its way, or a bird, or a fish, or whatever, and it's like, it's my fault. I had the opportunity to save it and I didn't. So it's just a way you can, do your part and help save the turtles. And Scooter, if you hadn't seen him over at SuperTalkTV.com, he's adorable. But stick with us. We got more for you coming up next.